Tonight I'd like to confer with a friend. Darryl Sloan recently put a video on his YouTube page called How to Tell Your Parents You're Not a Christian. Basically, he hit all the high marks and all the low marks. As a Satanist, I've been a Christian. I've walked other paths as well over the years. But I'd like to mention that, like Darryl Sloan has said, is that it's not a very wise thing to tell people that you're a Satanist or a Wiccan or pagan or whatever, because a lot of people, including those who have been in the Christian faith for 10 or more years, or those newbies who are there that think they've woken up to the world. Basically, I've learned the hard way of losing people because of my faith, because of the path I walk. It was once told to me by a shaman that to walk the path of a warlock or witch, or even a Satanist for that matter, doesn't matter if you're a pagan, Wiccan, or whatever, it is a very lonely road, one of rejections and loneliness. I've been met with fear, I've been met with rejections, despised, looked down upon, and judged by not only my family's reputation, but by my craft. As a former Christian myself, I have to say that they do look down on you. They will judge you, and they will cast you out of their lives. As Darryl put it, he stated that they will, a lot of the times, will leave your life. 95, if not 98% will walk out of your life. And they will kick you out, and they would judge you, stating that you are going to hell. Me, I've been blessed because I have a brother and his wife who I've mentioned in past videos are pagan high priest and priestess. They've stuck by me, and they don't judge me. They basically want me to be happy. I'm also blessed because I have a foster mother who basically just wants me to be happy. She doesn't care what my faith is. She basically, the way she put it is, I don't know how you can be a Satanist and go to a Christian church. Well, I keep what I am to myself, especially when I'm at a church, because of the fact that I may like listening to their sermons and watching all those drones jump around and run around pews and stuff, but what it comes down to for me is just to know thy enemy, their latest tactics or whatever. But basically, she just wants me to be happy, and she does ask questions, so I guess that's a good sign. But I've also lost a lot of people. Most of my friends that I had when I was going to that church have basically flocked in the other direction. The pastor basically said if I ever brought a pentagram or a pentacle or anything of satanic, pagan, or Wiccan, or basically anything that is not of the church and God onto that premises, he would call the cops and have it removed. With that said, my advice is to listen to Darryl Sloan, because he knows what he's talking about. He's lived it just like I have, and we both, I guess you could say, learned harsh lessons, but it comes to that point where we just don't care what other people think. And it will be hard when you first do it, but the choice is utterly up to you if you wish to tell your parents that you don't want to be a Christian. Now, there are people and groups out there that will support you. They will help you to achieve your spiritual goals, or for that matter, non-spiritual goals. You just gotta know where to look, and there's always signs. So, with that said, I just wanted to put that out there in conjunction with Darryl Sloan's video on how to tell your parents you're not a Christian, because I just wanted you to get another point of view on the fact that he's not the only one that's had to walk this path, and that those of you who have watched it and this one, so that you will both know that all of you will know that you're not the only ones. You're not. There's a lot of us that's taken the brunt of the Christian propaganda and negativity and closed-mindedness. And you will get threats from them as well. You used to be blessed by them, and now if you do this, you're going to be basically getting the knife in the back a lot of the time. And one of which basically told me that people like me should be run over and dragged for 60 miles. So, and that I'm going to hell because of my family's name and the fact that I'm a Satanist. So, you can see why I want to get out of this state. I hate this place. But I'm not one to run from my responsibilities, so that would go against my nature. With that said, have a good night, and keep those horns up, all of you, and hail Satan. Good night.